Hello guys, Destin1 here once again with another episode of, you guessed it, DestinyCraft. And I haven't really done much since the last episode. Then again, when do I really do a lot, I suppose, in between episodes? It's kind of hard to do a lot in between episodes, honestly, since I put these out on a daily basis, so there's not a whole lot of time to get uh, a lot done in between episodes. But what I did do is I rearranged these chests, these ones here with the clay, and I decided to stock up on some of the materials that we didn't have before. Like, we were short on brown stained clay before, so as you can see, I practically filled that up. It actually was filled before, but I had to use a little bit, so it's almost filled now. And of course, we had all the red before and all the orange, and I also stocked up on all the yellow. Haven't quite got there with, haven't quite started up much on the light grey or the white yet, so I just got a couple of stacks of both so far. And I also went ahead and made some blue stained clay, because we had a lot of hardened clay, and well, I figure I'm probably gonna have to make some more anyhow. I had to make some to finish the room. But I figured I'd make a lot just so then I don't have to do it later, you know. Rather need it and not have it than, well, you know how it goes. Have it and not need it than need it and not have it. There. Words actually didn't fail me then. I don't have much lapis left, though. Although there's still quite a few resources down the underground area that I haven't mined. And lapis was amongst them, so I'll probably get a fair bit more. And, of course, I finished the room here. As you can see, I placed in the blue, and that looks so much better now, and I've got the white and the brown. The only thing I'm not really sure on was these corners. On one hand, I wanted to do like this and have it look like it's connected to the beams here with the white, but it didn't quite work out that way. Like, I could, because this is kind of like this, so I'm not quite sure if I like that or not, and whether I am going to keep it that way or just make that all brown. But I think this adds a little bit more diversity into the ceiling, so maybe I'll keep it. And of course, I kind of ran a beam down here, even though there's not really one here, so to speak, and fixed up. So now all I need to do is add some furniture and whatnot in, and it'll be good. But yeah, I like to do all my interior design work all at once so what I tend to do is like leave it until I've got a couple of houses built or until I got like a couple of houses finished or whatnot, and then do it. Just just so I get more into the zone of doing it. But I'm just going to work out what we're going to do today, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, well, as you can see, I didn't finish the roof of this house yesterday, but I'm not going to bore you guys with that today. Instead, what I plan to do is... Oh wait, this isn't as big as what I'd hoped. I wanted it more this size. But what I'm going to do today is build a way up to, well, the top here. I had intended to do that off camera too, but I had also intended for, me to build a house up there today, so can't really do that unless I've got a way up there, so yeah. Not much I can do about that, but I won't bore you guys with too much of this. Yeah. If it goes on for a while, I'll just cut ahead. I've got a bit more time than I did yesterday. Not a lot of time still, but like I wish I'd been recording this about, let's say, an hour to an hour and a half ago, but at least I'm not rushing this time. And I just realized this is going to be really slow whilst holding onto a ladder. So I'm not sure this was a good idea after all. Yeah, this is really slow. Well, I can place the dirt block down. That should... there we go. And let's put a torch up here whilst I'm at it, because we'll need light. Aha, there's the surface. That wasn't too far at all. I thought it was going to take much longer than that. Now let's place some ladders up. I hope I brought enough ladders. How to do this? Like that, I suppose? Like a little platform. Oops. Missed the ladder. There we go. We're not very far up yet, though, honestly. Although, this would... I'm thinking this might make a good lookout point. Like, just have it go halfway up and have a little balcony-like area. Just need to extend this out a bit, I think. That's the cool thing about having like a mountain-ish city like this. There's lots of places where you can get a good view. Like, this is really the first time I've been trying to build like a city like this. Because usually I would often do this type of thing in creative mode and on just like a flat land. which was, or on just regular land, which was okay, but it doesn't have nearly the variety that an amplified biome does. I really enjoy the terrain generation of these amplified biomes. I mean, that it's just so much better overall. I know when the beta 1.6 version came out, or the 1.7, whichever it was, that had the big terrain change. To be honest, I wasn't that thrilled by it. In fact, I actually honestly have to say I like the terrain better in some ways before that big update, because there was like more islands and whatnot, and I really liked having like a set of small islands and just setting up on them, and that you couldn't really do that after the update, and I wasn't really all overjoyed with anything they really did. I mean, it was cool, but it wasn't great in my opinion. But with the amplified biomes, I was just like, wow, man. And that says something, you know? I think we're coming up to the surface here, which I hope is the case, because I don't have that many more ladders. Although if it's not, I'll just cut and get some more. Oh no, gravel. I hate gravel. So useless. The only problem with this type of doing these sorts of things is it's really hard to hold the shift key and have to use the other hand to hit the keys, because you need to hold down the shift key. And it still looks like we're nowhere near the top. Oops. Geez, I'd say we're only about halfway up, honestly. Wow, this is a lot taller than I thought it was. Where's the other lookout point we had? I don't want... Oh, it's just there. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll get rid of that one and keep this one. But for now, I'm gonna finish reaching the top by myself. Okay, so I finally reached the top, and man, what a view you can see from here. It's nighttime, but geez. You can see the house from down there, of course, and I never realized just how big these cliff sides were. It almost makes me kind of wish I had built something further up. Maybe I still will. And there's a horse up here. Hello, horsey. I tried to ride you, but if I tried that, you'd fall to your death. So I'm not going to try it. But it looks really cool up here. Definitely a good spot for a house. I'm gonna have to cut down all these trees though in order to accomplish that. And is that a loading issue or is that for real? Because that looks really flat. But man, this is the beauty of amplified biomes. I am so glad I didn't go with a normal world. Just look how high we are up. We're at 157, 158. You never get this high in a normal biome without making your way up there, you know, with something you build, like a building or something. You'd never naturally be able to get as high as this, and it looks like over there is even higher. I almost want to try and get over there somehow, but I don't think we'll be doing that today. But I think I'm gonna cut some of these trees down and then I'll be back with you guys. Okay guys, oops, didn't mean to do that. I am back, and as you can see, I've kind of flattened out this area and gotten rid of some of the trees. So now let's build something up here. I'm just going to go with my usual tactic. I really want to make this quite big, I think. Since you'll be able to see it from down there. And I'm just wondering if you can actually see this from the other side too. Like this would be, let's put a torch down. That's a piece of bread, Destin. Not a torch. Two completely different things. Yeah, that's the lake, isn't it? So you can't see it from here, but maybe we could put something else up here that will be able to be seen from here. That's interesting. And then we'll have the house come out to here. I think stretch it out here. Let's move this. This is going to be another big house. No, dirt would be a bad thing to make the house out of. The villager who gets to live out here is going to be really lucky. Oh. I don't have a whole lot of choice for material. I don't have a lot of birch. Though it would be cool to build out of Nah, I'm probably gonna have to pass on that. Because I don't have the time, unfortunately, to go grab a lot of birch, so I really should. That's going to be the tree that I start up next for kind of a tree farm. The birch, because I really like the color of it. But this house should be kind of unique, I suppose. And I like. Oh, it's just started raining. I like how when you stand on the edge of the biomes, like our house is kind of on that. Uh, it's raining on one side and not the other. It's not even like just dulls down or something. It's like, well, there's an invisible line here. And because you're stepping over that invisible line, there's absolutely no rain here whatsoever. Time to get... Actually, I'll turn all of this into planks. I've probably got enough inventory space for it. It strikes me as a fairly rich villager up here. I mean, I don't know how the uh, economy would work in a mountainish area, but I'm guessing, like, because of the view, it's worth a lot more. And this is a fairly big house in itself. It's probably the biggest house aside from our main house that we've worked on so far. Which means it's going to have several rooms, which will be pretty cool. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to put these on top. It's like 6 high, this house. Like I said, it's fairly big. But 6 just felt like a good number for me for this house. I don't know, I do a lot of... It's funny because when I'm in creative mode I like to plan everything out, but when it comes to the survival I seem to either complete opposite and just, you know, do everything on a whim. I'm wondering how this is going to look from our house. But I can't really just go check because it would take forever to get back down there and back up again. Let's see. Going to do something a little cool here. Going to just give it a little bit of an indent, I suppose. Just to give it a bit more character. And the rain is starting to bug me like this. It's not so bad when you're not staring at it directly. Then when you are, it's just like, ugh. Well, there's the indent. I'll make this a one-wide door. It seems off-center. Like, I'll put that here, but this feels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this feels 1, 2, 3, 4. I should move that over one. Which means that this door will have to go here instead. And this will have to come out. I feel like having some birch in amongst this design would be really good too. But I don't want, as I said, I don't want to make it entirely out of birch because I don't really have enough of it yet. There we go, we got our little indent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide it into rooms. Like I feel this should be a room. I feel like this here could be probably the bedroom. Let's put the door here. And I'm not sure what oh, this could kind of be the lounge room here, I suppose. But I'm not sure what this room would be. A kitchen slash dining room area, maybe? Maybe we can have... If that's the case, maybe we can have a door here. And I think that will be good. I think I'm gonna go now, though, guys, because we are getting up there on time. But I think this has been a fairly progressive episode. We didn't quite get the house done, but you know, it's at least getting there. Like, we'll still need to put on a roof, but I don't want to make the roof out of the same material. I'd probably want to make it out of cobblestone for this house. Or birch if I can spare enough of it. Simply because I don't want the house to be too plain, and I just realized I'm stuffing this up. That's not good. But yeah, I don't know how much I'll do on this house, but I'm trying to finish everything off, so I'll probably do some work on it. off screen. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I shall see you next time.